Hi 5th grade, welcome back. So today we're finally going to start painting those chalices. Alright, so check out these chalices. They turned out pretty darn cool. What was interesting about them was a few of them had to get a little hole in the bottom, just if I noticed that there was an air pocket. So that should have saved most of them from exploding. I did have one or two that exploded. I will give you directions on what to do if that happened, because unfortunately we don't have any more clay, so we can't go back and make more. If you were not here to make clay, hopefully you were, but if you weren't, you're just going to have to draw a chalice today, and I will show you how to do that on your own, but I'm going to give directions for those who are interested in painting. One thing I want to mention is that some people added like little additions or decorations. You may not want to tug on those. They could fall off. If they do fall off, I have some tacky glue, but I can't promise you it'll work because usually it's 50-50 chance. If something falls off when I use the tacky glue, it may glue back on, but there's a chance that it won't. Today, I should have your projects in a little bin that says 5th grade. You'll also see 4th and 3rd grade projects in the other bins. These are empty right now just because these are my examples and I'm giving you what to do. Please do not touch anyone else's work. My policy is with clay, if you touch someone else's work and for some reason it breaks, I will have you find that person and let them know that you broke their work, and then you will be coming in during your recess, and then they will be coming in during their recess so that y'all can rebuild their work together. So that won't be fun. Please don't waste your time. Just get yours. Please don't touch anyone else's. I know that this one is mine because, number one, I recognize it, but I also see my initials still there. When you find yours, you're going to place it on your table. Now I'm going to show you what you're going to be doing today. Today we're going to be painting one color. Now I know what you're thinking. Mr. Bofield, I want to use more than one color. That's totally fine. The reason we're doing that is just because I noticed that these always turn out better if you start out with one color. At the end of this project, we will be adding Super Gloss Mod Podge to our cups, which will make it super shiny. But the one thing about gloss and Mod Podge and adding that texture is that it will show any bumps or any places that you missed color. So if you miss a spot with color, it might be super obvious when we add the Mod Podge. Today, once we're ready, we'll follow the green arrows, and there's going to be some supplies that you need. Over here, I have the placemat. You'll need one of those. You'll need a paper towel. And then I have two choices of brushes. So you could take the small little ones. Most people tend to use that if you have little tiny areas you want to get. But if you're trying to work fast, you might want the bigger brush. Or you could take both. I don't mind. I'm going to take one of the brushes, and you'll also get one color today. Today you're starting with one color. If you need to add more next time and add little details and make it fun, that's fine too. Just start with one color today. Today you can use any color you want. I have the warm colors over here, cool colors up here. Y'all know how it's done. Y'all made math with me. You could use a neutral like brown, black, or white. And then I also have the metallic textures up here. These will go fast. I may not have the color you need. I'm really interested to see what this kind of bronzy tone looking one is like. So just let me know. I'll get that for you and I will give you your first dot of paint. I know you guys remember how to do this, but there's always that one person that always does this wrong and gets it everywhere. When you need to paint, you give it a little shake. Open it, turn it on its side, ooh, that's really old and nasty, and give it a just tiny little bit of paint. Remember, you can always come back and get more, but once I'm out of a color, I am out for good. So now I know that I'm ready because I have my placemat, I have my art, I have my tray with paint, I have my paintbrush, and I also have my paper towel just in case I make a mess somewhere. Now notice I do not have a water cup. You don't need one today. No water cups will be served because you're not going to be switching colors. That's the only reason we would use that. So when you're ready, you'll dip into the paint, whatever color you chose, and you're going to just go for it. The problem that you will encounter is getting all those little spots, getting underneath the cup, or I'm sorry, not underneath the cup, in those little crevices, those little areas. You might think that you're done, but if you look really closely, you'll see all the little spots that need a little bit of love. So here I go, adding some color. Remember, like I said, we're going to add more color next time. As you're working, please do some scans and make sure that you're really getting all those little nooks and crannies, those little itty-bitty spots that are always so pesky. If you need paint at any time, you are welcome to go get more, but we are only using one color today. The cool thing about working and painting tempera on the clay is that it will dry really quickly because the clay is so porous right now, it's so dry that your paint will just soak up right into it. So this will give us enough time to add more details later because it will dry really, really fast. So I'm pretty much done. I've checked it a few times. I'm pretty sure I got most of those little pesky spots, but I'm just double checking just in case. When you are done though, you're going to leave this here. It'll take maybe a couple minutes for it to dry, and then we'll pick it up in a moment. But for right now, when you're cleaning or it's at the end of class, you're gonna follow the green arrows, green arrows, green arrows, green arrows. You're going to place your paintbrush in this one water cup. I'll have it in this sink right here. You can give it a little swirl or something. This will keep it from drying out. I'll have the next class clean that for you. Then you're gonna go over here to clean your paint tray. You all should know how to do this, but I'm gonna go over it just one more time. When you're here, what you'll do is you'll turn on the water. Please don't do fast water. There's always that one person who turns it up all the way. Don't be that person. Turn it down as soft water as you can. Take your paint tray. You're gonna find the big old giganto brush. Put the water over the paint. Give it a few swirls. This should only take a few seconds. In fact, I'm already done. So I clean that off, give it a little shake, and then just leave it flat on the counter so it can dry. Please don't be the person that stacks them because it turns into a moldy mess. All right, now that I have my paint tray totally cleaned out, this should be dry to the touch, or almost dry to the touch. Just be very, very careful. I would hold it with both hands. The reason I'm holding it with one is because I'm holding an iPad in the other. Please place it in the bin. You might want to give yourself some room from others so that there's no paint transferring on it. And then let it sit there. Please don't touch anyone else's. Then your job is you want to take your placemat, put it back where we found it. Not paintbrush. Your paper towel goes in the trash. Once your table is clean, once your table's clear, then you're gonna take a wet wipe from the middle table, clean it down, and then you can start an activity of your own. All right, guys, I'm excited to see what colors you choose, and bye-bye.